right, I'm here in the third round with Grandmaster Andre Baryshpolets, who had the white pieces against Francesco Rambaldi of Italy. And take us through, Andre, this game and show us what happened.
Here I thought like I'm completely winning after bishop f6, knight f4. It was pretty forced. And here it's bishop h4, bishop h7, and here I thought like the only line for black is king h8, with an idea if I take on e6, then black has something like taking. But frankly, I also thought that this is completely winning for me. So if king h7, then just simply knight e7, and white is winning. So king g7 is pretty much the only move. And here black's idea is that if I play knight e7, which seems like the most natural, then black can take on f1, king h2, and here rook f6. Very important resource for black, because just the only way to stop queen from penetrating to g6. And here maybe knight g8 is the best move. And then black just simply can try to hold this position. So this one actually looks like kind of a fortress. Maybe even taking on g8 is also deserves attention, and just play this position. Of course, like it should be winning for white. However, for example, after bishop g5, it becomes not that clear. So whether I'm winning or not. So I don't know. Maybe queen b7, and then yeah. But so this is not that clear. But I thought like I'm just winning here, not by taking on e7, but I have rook f8. This one is an important line, and yeah, here just simply if queen b4, something like that. I thought that I have rook f1, kind of a strong move, and simply my next move is knight e5, and there is no defense against queen g6. So this just looks completely winning for white. So yeah, I guess like my opponent found the best way to defend this position. So he played king g7. And frankly, I didn't expect queen g5 at all. So yeah, clearly it was the best move in position, because if he takes on e6, I'm just simply giving a mate in many variations. For example, this one is nice. If queen h7, then knight g6, I can take on f8, take and mate, something like that. If, for example, he takes on f4, then I also have a simple idea: just bishop d3 check, king g8, rook f4. And this one just looks completely winning for white. Bishop g5, rook g4, or even queen g6. So yeah, just hopeless for black. So yeah, but he found like pretty much the only idea. And now it turned out that my position is not winning by itself. So I really expected that I'm gonna win in one or two moves, but then it just turned out that this one became really tricky. So I took on e8. Especially like at this point we both had little time, so yeah, it's pretty much only moves for both sides. Yeah, knight h3 was possible, but here I believe like black is maybe even fine in this position. For example, rook e1, and after trading rooks, for example, or maybe it's not that precise, but okay, maybe this is still with some chances for black. I don't know. Or also black can take on d4, I believe. So yeah, that was kind of an option for me. However, I thought like king g1 is more natural. However, is more maybe risky. I don't know, because rook e1 looks pretty normal. And here I just was happy that I found this idea with queen f5, because otherwise it's not clear how I'm gonna just get rid of all those pins, and what I'm gonna do with this bishop. So queen f5 was okay. And here, for example, knight c4, also a nice idea. I have knight e6, that is also important. And here king h8 is the only move for black. Otherwise, I just mate like into. And here just simply queen takes f7. Yeah, and now I see that it's even easier for white, because I thought like I pretty much have to take on f1 with the king, and also it looks winning. However, now I see that maybe queen f1 was even just easier win, because now just black cannot take on h7 because of queen f7. Yeah, so that's why his decision to take on f1 was pretty much the only one. Yeah, and here it became also not clear, so maybe king f8 was an option. Uh, I wasn't sure if I'm winning in those kind of lines. Um, here maybe king f8, something like that. So I can, of course, I can give a lot of checks, get some time. But here I wasn't sure if I can win this one. So it should be winning, of course. But became a little trickier. Oh, but here I think like I have knight g3. Yes. Another important idea, and I guess I'm just threatening to play knight f5. Yeah, and I don't see any good ideas for black. Yeah, so looks winning. But once again, in the game I wasn't sure that this line is winning. So I was just happy that if he plays queen f8, then I can just give a lot of checks and then see what's gonna be. So just get some time. But after king h8, yeah, it was also at first glance not that clear. So he played queen g5, which I'm not sure was a good idea. So I calculated queen h1, king f2, queen h4, and here it's important that I have king f3. That's the idea. And here black is almost run out of checks. So if knight d2, then simply king e2. And yeah, and this looks just hopeless for black. However, here maybe queen g5, and it looks pretty much the same as happened in the game. Also, I have a feeling that this should be winning for white, and maybe just not that difficult. However, like in practical game, when you have little time, it's never easy to to understand that this is completely winning and there are no threats like many checks. Yeah, but here after knight f4, it just also looks hopeless because of idea of knight g6. Yeah, so I don't see any moves like knight d2, then king e2. Yeah, so then it seems that this is just simply hopeless for black. And here's on queen g5, so black's idea is just to play queen c1 and queen e3. So for example, bishop d3 was attractive, however, it's just pretty much the only move where I can lose like that. So still I have to be precise till the very end. So king g1, yeah, very simple idea. So and now like black is just done with all those checking, and it seems just simply winning for white. If for example knight e3, then I have I guess different options. Maybe knight f4 is also the best one. So I'm protecting on g2 and threatening to play knight g6. Yeah, and of course, like all the end games, if for example, hypothetically, black manages to trade queens somehow, but I'm not sure even how to do this one. So if queen g5, I also have knight h5, which is an important move. So here, like black's idea maybe, if queen takes g5, then takes g5, h takes g5, and yeah, like just regaining a piece. But here knight h5 or even g4. I mean, like too many good moves for white. Yeah, but what happened in the game, it was even easier. So after queen e3, king h2, queen g5, and here I had like also like many options, but I decided bishop f5 is the most precise, and here like just simply mating for white.
Well, congratulations, Andre, on the victory. Now, you are a student in at Texas Tech. What's it been like working with that chess powerhouse?
Well, I don't know, it's just pleasure. So yeah, we have a great team, so very supportive guys, and also our coach, I think, is the best coach among like all university coaches. I mean, for me personally, let's say. Yeah, and I don't know, it's just fun, and I feel like I'm progressing. So even though it sounds maybe not that obvious, because like you may wonder how can you progress when you study almost all your time, and however, like this atmosphere, this like team spirit, I feel like it really helps.
There's something to be said about a really good fit when you find one, and it sounds like you do have one. Now, unfortunately, there's no rest days at this tournament, so first time in St. Louis, I don't imagine you're getting too much time to sightsee, but what has your experience been like so far in the Gateway City?
Right, but I was in St. Louis 1 year ago, so
Oh,
yeah,
okay.
I was attending U.S. Championship, and I spent here 1 weekend, and yeah, also what I managed to do last year, I visited zoo and also visited botanical garden, and of course I was really excited to see like such beautiful places. But yeah, here you're right. So in this tournament, I basically have no free time for
Right.
sightseeing, and the weather is not that good as it used to be like in April last year.
Yeah, we actually had really good weather the past few weeks, and then we had the Winter Chess Classic coming up, and it's really kind of funny because I said, well, it's more like spring or summertime now, and then Winter was like, we'll be back just in time for the tournament, don't you worry. So yeah, the weather is pretty crappy right now.
Right. So yeah, I was wondering why the tournament is called Winter Classic, but then like
Yeah.
looking at the weather now, I understand like why it's Winter Classic.
Right. Well, with 2.5 points so far in Group B, you're definitely one of the faces to watch. So congratulations on your game today, Andre. And let's take a look at Group B after 3 rounds have been played.